Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
7:31, 22 degrees outside, and we have Drew on the line from Burwell, Broken Bow Livestock. Good morning, sir.
Morning, man.
Boy, thank you.
Hey, Drew, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Can you just kind of share with us the Superintendent Challenge and what that means? Because your dad's still a superintendent, right? And I saw some video about him taking the Superintendent Challenge, and you looked like you were involved.
Yeah. Yeah, so Sandhill, Stedford, or Dunning was going to have school last Tuesday because the superintendent thought that they could maybe get out. And anyway, his two boys tackled him in the snowdrift and said that the snow day was courtesy of the furrow boys. So I had a couple people text me and said, boy, it sounds like you need to get involved in the Superintendent Challenge. And so unbeknownst to my dad, I set the camera up and we filmed, and I buried Big Howie in the snow. So,
well, at least you helped him back up. I was proud of you for that.
I helped him back up, and I didn't throw out my back, and he didn't have a heart attack, and I guess it's all good.
It all worked out then. Wow, that sounds like an event, no doubt about it. Well, it's been...
I'm glad we were able to get the camera shut off before he had to comment.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Drew, you've been through the weather like everybody out there, the cattle people out there. We have to take our hats off to them for, taking care of those animals out there in these conditions. I know, it kind of messed you guys up too for your sales, but we're kind of getting back on track now. But how's things going? What's happened? What's coming up?
Yeah, first off, I'd like to just give a big shout out to all of our help, crew and staff and everybody there at both livestock barns. It was kind of a mess last week. We ended up moving a lot of the bred cattle from Broken Bow over to Burwell, and then we ended up having our bred sale that was scheduled for Burwell. We scheduled that and ended up having it on Sunday afternoon, and everything worked out well, and I'll kind of give you a recap on how we got along there. In the way-up market, high-yielding cows are anywhere from 72 up to 86 cents. The medium-type cows are anywhere from 67 up to 72 cents. Poorer cows are anywhere from 58 to 65. Heiferettes are anywhere from 84 to $1.01. And in the bull division, we were anywhere from 85 up to 96 cents. And then we got into the bred cows and bred heifer auction Sunday afternoon, and this is kind of how we got along there. In the AI heifers, we had heifers ranging anywhere from $1,750 up to $2,800. In the bull bred heifers, we were anywhere from $1,700 up to $2,000. Young cows, we were $1,700 up to $2,150, and in the solid mouth cows, we were $1,500 to $1,900, and in the broken mouth cows, we were anywhere from $950 up to $1,200. This week, we got two big days again. On Thursday in Broken Bow, got some bred heifers and some bred cows, and a good run of calves on the sale on Thursday. Got some 6 Red Angus bred heifers, AI to Merlin. Red Angus, really nice set of heifers here coming from Brandon Barb Miller. And the bred cows, we've got Red Angus cows. There's 25 of those Red Angus cows are 4 to 7 years old. And bred Red Angus for March 1st calving coming from Tom Smith. And we got 25 head of Red Angus cows that are 5 years old. They're bred Red Angus for March 1st for 70 days. Super, super nice set of cows coming from Jeff and Leanna Rupek. And then after we get done with the cows, we're going to get in the calf division. And we got calves coming from Clinton Obermiller. Got calves coming from Bob Ryland. Open Box L Ranch is coming with calves. Riley and Stephanie Settis coming with calves. Kent Goodhart family's got a really nice package of grass cattle. Jim and Kathy Varney's got calves. Don Cosler's got calves. Travis Hansen, Alvin and Ingrid Sherbeck. Troy McConaughey, Terry Gold, Neil and Christy Sponel, Garrett and Charles Leacoff, and Charlene DeWitt. And that's how we're going to operate there on Thursday. On Friday, got a real big day in Burwell. Got right at 6,000 head of feeders and yearlings. No layups will be in Burwell on Friday. So if you got those layup cattle, we encourage you to bring them to Broken Bow on Thursday. Got any questions, give me a call, 308-872-1105. Give Justin French a call at 308-872-1421.
All right, Drew. Isn't it great to be able to have the two barns to be able to move things around like that due to the weather to make things happen?
Yeah, it was, and I tell you what, like I said, I can't thank the staff and the crew enough. I know I had a couple guys that pretty much slept 24/7 over at the barn and Burwell trying to keep things cleaned out and going, and we just can't thank those guys enough.
All right, well, look forward to talking to you next week. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. 737, and yeah, that's quite a accomplishment to get those sales pulled off and get the cattle sold, and quite an accomplishment what's going on out there, keeping everything fed and well kept out there so that they can bring them into the barns. All right, birthdays today. We got a lot of birthdays.
Good.
Yes. Spencer Goodman.
All right.
Celebrating a birthday. He's a young guy. Mike Waverka. Well, he's getting up there a little bit, but not too bad. Rose Arnold is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Rose. I wish I could remember the name of that movie star that looks just like her, but I just never remember it. Christy Cantrell is celebrating a birthday today. Mandy Powers celebrating a birthday. Carla Williams celebrating a birthday up in the Myrna area. Trevor Eggleston and, Tammy Shaw celebrating a birthday today. You'll probably run into Tammy at Nebraska State Bank. She is something 3 there, but I can't see the first digit. Buddy Miller is celebrating a birthday today. So those are some of the birthdays locally that we are aware of, and I know there's others out there, so happy birthday to you. You're celebrating with Neil Diamond today. He is 82.
Wow.
And, of course, singer-songwriter, very successful, sold over 100 million records worldwide, and that's so good, so good, so good. Aaron Neville is 82 today, R&B soul singer, and he teamed up with Linda Ronstadt for some duets that were very successful back in the 80s. Ray Stevens is celebrating a birthday today. Grammy-winning singer-songwriter with hits in the 70s with Everything is Beautiful, plus all his comedy hits like The Streak and others. And Ray Stevens is 84 today. So he's still got some songs left in him, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So here's Ray. Ray Stevens, Guitarzan. Happy birthday, Ray. And again, anybody out there celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Oh, by the way, should let you know before we move along here this morning, it's National Compliment Day.
Oh, you look very nice today, Dave.
You do too. I
Yeah.
like your hoodie there.
Thanks, Dave.
Some
Boy, your
science.
shirt just looks so nice.
This is one of my wife's favorites.
Yes,
Thank you.
You bet.
Some scientific studies suggest appropriate compliments that aren't fake can boost performance at work. Makes people less socially awkward and increase general happiness. Just remember to keep it classy and keep your hands to yourself.
All right. Thank you, Dave. You read that very well.
Oh, appreciate it very much.
Your professionalism just astounds me each and every day.
Yeah, it astounds me too. When I get home sometimes I wonder, what did we do? Ansley today at their schools. In Ansley, it's chicken tacos.
Sergeant, today their menu shows chicken noodles, mashed potatoes, peach crisp and fruit cup, dinner roll, milk, and salad bar at Sargent Public Schools.
Although I would say yesterday, the show, I really, you never know. I've been in this business a long time. And yesterday with the requests for different singers for the Blake Shelton ticket giveaways, I felt like I discovered a new passion. And
Really?
I'd like to just maybe accept the fact that I might be singing some more on the air and maybe reading some poetry.
Wow. All right. Well, we look forward to that.
Sandhills at Dunning, chili Fritos and dessert.
And Myrna today, showing made fresh macaroni and cheese with breadstick, hot dog, and fresh baked turkey and cheese sub on the menu today at Anselmo Myrna.
Broken Bow Middle School, High School, grilled cheese sandwiches with creamy tomato soup, popcorn chicken bites with dinner roll, fresh baked ham and cheese subs, and at the grill station, it's the cheeseburger basket with fruit, vegetables, and milk for all of those choices.
At Thetford today, roast beef and mashed potatoes at Thetford School.
The Prairie Pioneer Center today featuring spaghetti, California blend vegetables, apricots, and garlic bread.
All right, couple more school lunch menus at Callaway today, showing a grilled chicken sandwich. That's at Callaway. And at Litchfield today, it shows chicken Alfredo on the menu at Litchfield.
All right, we're going to play the game. It's Tumbleweed Day today, and we'll see if we can get another winner here of a tumbleweed meal. And, of course, if you like, when you come in to pick up your certificate, ask for a Yellow Snow T-shirt as an added bonus.
All right. I really felt, I kind of felt dumb all day yesterday.
How so?
Well, when I asked the question about Kiss, it was, is Paul Stanley's star on his right eye or his left eye? Well, I wasn't thinking of makeup. I'm thinking this guy has like a star burned into his eyeball or something. I mean, who thinks that?
Well,
why? I mean, I just felt kind of stupid.
You know what? It's compliment day, and I just like to say that in today's world with all the jewelry and different things that people put in their nose and their ears and their lips and their tongue and their forehead and their belly button, I don't think anybody could criticize you for thinking maybe he had some sort of a star on his eyelid or something like that, or maybe a pierced cheek. I don't, with a star on it. But you remember the big black star.
Yeah, exactly. The makeup. I remember. Oh boy.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, Dave. Thank you. Okay, here's another Kiss question. In the 70s, which toy company made the Kiss Your Face makeup kit? I wonder how many of our listeners got one of those.
A few.
In the 70s, which toy company made the Kiss Your Face makeup kit? Your choices are Tyco, Mego, Remco, or Mattel. In the 70s, which toy company made the Kiss Your Face makeup kit? Choices are Tyco, Mego, Remco, or Mattel. If you know, call us at 872-2801. There are plenty of reasons why so many folks choose the Tumbleweed Cafe for gathering and eating. For one, it's a friendly, fun place where everyone makes you feel right at home. It's spacious and comfortable with your choice of table, counter, or booth. Most important, of course, is the variety and unfailing quality of their excellent home-cooked menu. There's nothing like proving these things for yourself. Next time you plan to dine out, visit the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Well, we have Catherine on the line. Catherine, I am surprised. I didn't suspect maybe that you were a big Kiss fan, but you shouldn't judge people, right? You're not.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now come on, Catherine. Be honest.
You probably liked them.
Did you buy the Kiss Your Face makeup kit?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, here's your question. Which toy company made that? Was it Tyco, Mego, Remco, or Mattel?
I think Mattel.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
It was not Mattel.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was it?
It was Remco, which
Really?
I'm not even familiar with that name, I don't think.
Not there.
But yeah, it says here it was Remco that made the makeup kit.
Catherine, while you're there, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are the hens laying right now?
They're starting to again, yes.
Oh, that's good. You know, eggs are worth a lot of money. I don't know if you know that or not.
Oh boy, are they?
I do. I do. But I don't have any customers really, so other than my neighbors.
Oh, you just eat with your neighbors. Well, that's great. But they are starting to maybe start laying, huh?
Yeah, they're kind of starting. They had to have a molding season, and then the short days, they don't lay in short light days.
Oh,
Unless you put a light in their coop, and I don't put a light in their coop. So
okay. All right. Do chickens ever go on strike? You know what I mean? Like, do they all the hens get together and say, we're not laying any more eggs until we get a particular feed?
well, sometimes I think they do.
They're a little bit unpredictable, I imagine.
Yeah. Sometimes I think they should lay an egg, and no, we're going to just lay every other day. You know,
Yeah, so
maybe we'll skip a day or two.
yeah, I think they have that right, I guess. But Catherine, thanks
Yeah.
so much. It's always good to talk to you.
Yes, thank you.
Take care. Well, Catherine doesn't claim to know very much about Kiss because she wasn't a fan, but she does know her chickens.
Boy, she does. Yes.
Speaking of chickens, they lay eggs, as we just talked about, and they also provide, chicken legs and chicken breasts and fried chicken and
Oh yeah, they're good to eat.
baked chicken and all kind of chicken soup, all
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Check out the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow. They have some chicken menus out there that you'll enjoy, and of course they always have eggs on hand at the Tumbleweed, as they serve breakfast anytime they're open, and everything but pancakes. The pancakes kind of end mid-morning or so. But they have breakfast anytime, big old omelet or something like that with some bacon or sausage. And remember their buffet on Sundays. Carmen and the gals and guys put together a great Sunday buffet. People love to go out and dig into home-cooked style food. And their lunch specials are always very reasonable. And they're open 7 days a week. And by the way, if you're looking for a part-time job, the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow is hiring. Talk to Carmen about it. She'd love to visit with you about maybe working with your schedule and getting you in there a day or two and helping out at the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Well, look who's here.
Oh, it's Logan.
Dave, they're on the radio. I don't know if they can see who's here.
Oh, well, some people can if they're watching the show, but for the most part, I think you're right. Yeah. Logan Girardin is here from AeroSeed, and we're curious to find out what you want to talk about today as far as products and services go.
Well, first off, I'm worn out.
Why?
From this heavy, wet snow.
Oh,
Been scooping, have you?
Yeah, and scooping, and scooping, and scooping. And then on top of it, I had a buddy stay this weekend. So we
Did
stayed.
he help you scoop?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
He didn't?
No, and Renee doesn't care for him.
Oh, that's tough.
That
Well,
is rough.
He's from Lincoln. He's one of my college buddies. He actually has a job at the police station in Lincoln, and he draws mugshots, essentially.
Oh, wow. He's an artist. A sketch
Yeah,
artist.
But Renee doesn't care for him because she thinks he's just a con artist.
Renee, what can we say?
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Yep.
I don't know.
So yeah, had to dig a path to the doghouse.
Yeah,
I think you made
I
it.
was gonna say, yeah.
Hope to have a heater in there.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's happening at Arrow Seed this time of year? I know it's a little bit slower than it would be other times, but I imagine there's preparation going on.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff. You know, a lot of behind the scenes stuff taking place right now, getting geared up for the busy season. You know, our warehouse crew's busy putting stuff away and making room for new stuff coming in. You know, just that type of stuff. And we've got grass seed running on the mill, getting cleaned for this coming spring. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
Do you ever have trouble with the grass seed supply, or do you always have plentiful amounts?
It depends on what grass seed it is.
What it is, okay.
Yep, just like anything else. You know, sometimes there's might be a poor crop of this seed, but a bumper crop of this one, and vice versa. But right now we're sitting pretty good on about everything.
Would it be a good idea for them to, if they're going to plant this spring, to talk to you now?
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay.
You know, like irrigated grasses, we saw a lot of that go in last fall. There's probably going to be a fair amount go in this spring. You know, the benefit of having irrigated grass is if you looked at any of the pastures around this summer, they were pretty much burnt to a crisp. Not a whole lot of value as far as forage goes. You know, so guys they're having to feed, they're having to supplement. You know, if you have irrigated grass, you can rotate it, you know, so you always have grass.
Yeah.
And you can water it. So you've got that aspect covered. If you don't want to graze it, you can always hay it. You know, and hay market right now is just bonkers, so that's not a bad idea either.
Yeah, you never know what the market's going to be the next cycle, but still, it's good feed if you're going to use it or sell it.
Yeah, you know, so a lot of versatility in irrigated grass. You know, maybe you've got some marginal acres that don't produce a whole lot of row crop. You know, why not put it into a permanent grass, and then you always have that to fall back on.
Logan, with 20 to 25 inches of snow, let's just say, laying on the ground, and it's the first time we've had something like this for several winters. Does that give people out there, your producers, maybe a little bit of thought about maybe that alfalfa replacement situation that they were thinking about a little more likely because of this cover we have?
Yeah. You know, it gives everybody a glimmer of hope that this moisture pattern will stay, and it's looking like it might for the foreseeable future anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, a lot of those dryland acres that just sat idle and didn't really produce anything, you know, if they need to rejuvenate them, plant something else, alfalfa is definitely a good choice.
Now, this is going to be a really dumb question because I'm not a farmer, but I know, you know, with lawns you can overseed them. With alfalfa, do you just have to totally tear it up and start over, or can you punch some seed in?
So you can interseed orchard grass into alfalfa and some ryegrass, some other grasses, but alfalfa has what do they call it, an autotoxicity, or you can't plant new alfalfa into an existing alfalfa stand.
Okay.
Because the existing alfalfa will essentially poison out the new alfalfa.
New arrival they don't like. Huh?
Exactly.
I'll be darned.
So you essentially want to have that alfalfa out for at least a season or at least a rotation before you go and plant alfalfa back into it. So what a lot of guys will do is they'll plant oats or oats and peas in that area this spring, and then go in with like a foxtail millet or a sorghum sedan or something along those lines, and then go back into alfalfa that following spring.
Okay. Well, we're learning something here for those of us who don't harvest alfalfa. And then once alfalfa has had its day, in other words, what's the predicted time that alfalfa is good for?
It depends on the variety.
The ground.
There's there's a lot of variables.
Okay.
5 to 6 years is kind of
Okay.
average, I guess I would say. And then after that, it really starts to decline unless you have a really high management, intense management, high input situation. Then you can get more, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it.
All right. Interesting. All right. Well, it's fun to start thinking about those sorts of things, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
So
And your cover crops, more and more people are taking advantage of that borderline soil and building that soil up like we've talked about. Now, you have a seminar, a conference coming up here pretty soon, right?
yes, the 15th of February.
Okay.
I think. Pretty sure it's the 15th of February.
I think you're right.
So it's a conference out at the One Box Center. Go ahead and get signed up now so you have a spot reserved. That way we can get some food for you.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got a great lineup of speakers, and it's going to be how you can incorporate grazing strategies into. You can make it grazing strategies pay as far as soil health goes. So it's going to be really fun.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, I think.
It is. Even if you're not a farmer,
Yeah.
or you just want to learn, why not? You can always pick some stuff up.
It almost seems like, correct me if I'm way off here, but when we emulate nature, it seems like things go better than when we just do these man-made ideas.
It does.
I mean, Mother Nature kind of knows how to revitalize soil and so forth if we kind of stay out of the way or help it, right?
Exactly. And that's the thing. Idle acres are the worst kind of acres to have. You need to have something growing. And if you can benefit yourself, benefit your herd, benefit the soil, why not? Keep something growing there. So cattle are probably going to be more prone to eat something that you would plant, like a small grain or a forage of some sort, than they would mare's tail or kochia or Palmer amaranth. They're, plant something that's going to benefit them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit your soil, and you're not going to have to fight the weed competition.
All right. That'll all be talked about, I'm sure, in this conference coming
Yes.
up on February 15th at the One Box. There's no charge for that, right?
No, there's no charge.
Okay. All right.
So sign up. You can give us a call. You can sign up online. You can just come in and sign up. But I would encourage you, if you haven't already, to get signed up for it, because it's going to be a good informational meeting.
Real quick, do we still have some windows open for some early bookings on anything?
Yep. So there's still early order period going on summer annual forages and small grains. You can still save about 5%. And if you want to prepay for some alfalfa, you can get a 6% discount still for prepaying for alfalfa.
Okay. Well, I hope you patch things up with Renee. We've all went through that situation where we have an old buddy that maybe isn't a favorite of our spouses.
Right.
And it sounds like you really stepped in at this time.
Yeah. Well, and one of my good mentors in life actually told me that, your life is the road that you choose to take. So if you do something wrong, it's your own asphalt.
Thank you, Logan. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. Yet another mass shooting in California.
This is something that we get to watch on the news. Never think that it's going to come and hit home.
Half Moon Bay Vice Mayor Joaquin Jimenez after the second massacre in 3 days. This time, police say 7 people were killed at 2 different locations, including a mushroom farm in northern San Mateo County. Sheriff Christina Corpus on the 67-year-old suspect.
Zhao was taken into custody without incident, and a semi-automatic handgun was located in his vehicle.
Correspondent David Begnaud is in southern Monterey Park, where 11 people died in a mass shooting at a dance club Saturday.
42 shell casings were found here at the scene, according to the LA County Sheriff. Investigators found more guns at the suspect's home. And in that van where the suspect took his own life, there were hundreds of rounds of unused ammunition.
President Biden has just released a statement urging lawmakers to approve an assault weapons ban. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, the Aurora Police Department is looking for a missing elderly couple who haven't returned home in more than a week. Aurora police say they've obtained video showing Robert and Lavetta Proctor's vehicle heading eastbound on Road 6 from Giltner on Wednesday, January 11th at 10:25 p.m. Police Chief Paul Graham said that the couple stopped at a farmstead outside of Giltner asking for directions to Aurora. He said that is the last confirmed sighting of the pair, despite reports the two were spotted 2 days later in the city square. Earlier in the day, Wednesday, the two were in Grand Island. Grand Island police say they were able to confirm that the two were in the area of Fadley Avenue and Webb Road at 8:15 p.m. They were in their blue 2007 Chrysler Pacifica. The Grand Island Police Department said they have no information to suggest they returned to Grand Island. Aurora police said after the last sightings of them in Giltner in the area on Wednesday night, there's no evidence to show they returned to Aurora. Chief Graham urged people to check their farm grounds and buildings in the area and be observant in the hope of bringing them home. Robert Proctor is 89 and described as a white male, approximately 5'9", 145 pounds, with thin gray hair and a cobra tattoo on his right forearm. Lavetta Proctor is 92 and described as a white female, 5'2" tall, 180 pounds, with blue eyes, gray hair, and a New England Patriots tattoo on her right arm. The Aurora police will continue to follow up on all reports that are coming in. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Checking NBA action, we had the Magic surprising the Celtics 113-98. Boston, the top team in the NBA, has its 9-game winning streak snapped. Although Orlando's done this before to Boston, they're 3-1 against the Celtics this season. Bucks outscored the Pistons 150-130. Milwaukee star Giannis Antetokounmpo, back from injury, had 29 points and 12 rebounds in the win. The Kings down the Grizzlies 133-100. Domantas Sabonis a triple-double for Sacramento, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists. John Morant, Memphis star, did not play because of a sore ankle. Bulls over the Hawks 111-100. Trailblazers topped the Spurs 147-127. Jazz beat the Hornets 120-102. And the Rockets snap a 13-game losing skid with a 119-114 win over the Timberwolves. Top 25 college basketball battle of the last two national champs. Number 17 Baylor beat number 9 Kansas 75-69. That's 3 straight losses for the Jayhawks. Overtime for Nevada to upset number 25 New Mexico 97-94.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have some fog to start. Could see some partial sunshine into the afternoon with highs up to 34 degrees. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, lows in the upper teens with breezy northwest winds. For Wednesday, a slight chance for some flurries developing. Gusty northwest winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with highs up to 29. Thursday, warming to 34. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
You know, it's true. Difficult times have a way of focusing us. We have to think about what matters most when it comes to our spending, our health care. No doubt. This is why so many people are joining Medi-Share right now. Medi-Share is a trusted way to save up to 50% on your monthly health care costs. More than 400,000 people have already made the switch. It's pretty obvious why, too, especially now during this challenging season with health care costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up. Medi-Share can save you a lot of money. The typical family saves $500 a month. And Medi-Share is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that's worked beautifully for 29 years. There are different options to choose from to fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now is the perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
In the morning, you are awakened by the twitter of a little bird.
Now it's Dave and Brent.
I knew there was a reason I got out of bed this morning.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
8:07, 24 degrees outside, and a little frosty out there this morning under that cloudy sky. They were talking about fog being possible, fog advisory in effect until about right now. I don't know that we had any here in the immediate area, but it could have happened elsewhere. Winds northeast right now, very light. Barometric pressure has leveled off at 30.03, humidity at 94%. High temperature yesterday was 34 with an overnight low of 14. Sunset today at 5:43. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:57. 2 inches and 1/1800 precipitation so far this month, with 20 plus inches of snow on the ground. Just the guy we need into the show this morning. Derek's here. And 20 some inches. Can team physical therapy help us out, Derek, with any injuries we may have suffered scooping snow?
Yeah, for sure. And I think we're kind of talking about scooping snow over and over, or 20 inches at a time. I mean, I know that my back was feeling it, and I'm younger than a lot of people. So yeah, for sure, you can, if you're sore from any of that, or slipped on the ice, give us a call and come on in. But usually, just kind of getting muscles to calm down, kind of getting stuff back in order. We can usually help with that.
It's kind of funny because snow scooping seems to bring out the animal in us. We get to scooping, and all of a sudden we forget how old we are, or are we in shape? And the next thing you know, we just want to get that snow scooped, and we get kind of crazy about it, and don't stop very often. And then when we do, we realize maybe we've overdone it, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I think that's probably the same with a lot of things, but scooping snow, you get a third of the way with your driveway and want to finish it, So yeah, taking breaks is a good idea. But also, I mean, stretching after you do stuff and making sure you're kind of using good form. You're not hunching over your back too much, trying to keep it straight back, using your legs if you're going to be lifting snow. I know our driveway, by the time we were done, had about 4-foot banks all the way along the driveway. So I was trying to not just push the snow, but then throw it up over. So yeah, just trying to use kind of good mechanics, good squatting.
Yeah, and you're right. In a lot of snows that we have, we're able to push it and not pick it up. Not even close this time. In fact, you were better off taking it in like sections of that 20 inches and scooping your way down to the bottom and not getting a full scoop load. But it kind of hardened a little bit, and so I noticed even on Sunday we were kind of cleaning up out here, and it was coming out in big chunks. So the mentality is, I'm going to lift that big chunk because that's going to clear that portion out pretty quickly.
Yep.
But you have to go up and higher than usual, and so that's a whole new set of muscles and things that even scooping we don't always use, like you said.
Yeah, and usually when we think of scooping snow, we think of like lower back pain. Even your legs might get sore. Your shoulders and elbows and arms getting sore isn't something we usually think about, but the good news is we don't get 20 inches very often. So,
yeah. And I will even say this: I'm blessed to have use of a snowblower, and with 20 some inches, when you first start out, you're going, well, this is pretty cool, And then after about an hour, your shoulders and your arms are aching a little bit because you're kind of shoving it side to side, and you can pull things differently that way too.
Yeah, and that's for sure. With a snowblower, it saves your back and it's a lot easier, but it's still not easy work. You're having to control that, especially if you're on any sort of a hill or, anything. But
traction underneath and all of that.
Yeah.
Well, the first storm we had before this one, boy, it really laid that ice down. Did you? I'm sure you saw some people that had some accidents on that for sure.
It seems like in the last week, more of those that slipped a couple weeks ago are kind of coming in the clinic. You see all sorts of things like, I slipped on the ice and hurt my shoulder or hurt my hip or whatever it was. But yeah, for sure. Making sure you're wearing good shoes, taking your time, doing the penguin walk so you're not taking big steps.
You mentioned that people are coming in from maybe that first storm. Can we talk about that a little bit? Because we're all stubborn individuals. We fall, and we say, yeah, it hurts, it's sore, but I'm going to wait and see if it gets better. How long should you wait after you fall and you have pain to come in? Because sometimes that is not a good idea.
Yeah. Everyone's the same way. You fall, you kind of hope and think it might get better on its own. To be honest, a lot of times it probably will. But with a lot of those things, like you land on your shoulder, and if you're kind of thinking it's going to get better and then not using your shoulder for a couple weeks, next thing you know, your shoulder won't move because you haven't been using it for 2 weeks and it's been hurt and inflamed. So anytime something hurts, it's not a bad idea to get someone's opinion on it, kind of get it checked out and get you back to normal.
Now, Brent has one of these, what's it called?
The Back Saver Scoop snow shovel.
It's kind of curved, and what does it do for you?
Well, you don't have to bend all the way down to lift it up. So it does. It saves on my back a lot. I love it.
Yeah, buy one of those.
Yeah, he had it out the other day and was helping me, and I thought, well, boy, he must have got that like under a stove and heated it up or something. It's not straight like a shovel should be, but it does look like it would help.
It does, a lot. Yeah.
So I know that we have plenty of time left now that this 20-plus inches is on. We're going into a cold spell. We're going to get a little melt, then we're going to get a little freezing, and so these conditions are going to stay with us probably for weeks.
Yeah, and like the slick sidewalks, driveways and stuff probably won't go away anytime soon. So yeah, just make sure you're wearing good shoes is kind of the first start of that, and then taking your time.
Yeah.
You talk about wearing good shoes, and as we talk about this, I'm thinking about, we all know how important good tread on our tires is on our car when we're trying to get around the snow and stuff. I'm thinking shoes, the soles. We always talk about the support you get on your, with your shoes, but when you're trying to walk around in this stuff, I'm guessing it's really important to check the soles of your shoes to make sure they're not slick, because some of these snow boots and stuff, they can be kind of slick on the bottom.
Very slick, yeah.
And I never really thought about that until, we started talking about it.
And I mean, I for sure notice if I try scooping snow in one pair of boots versus another one, so yeah, I think that's important. And from what I've heard before is that your shoes are inside warm, and so they're a little bit warm, so they hit the snow and then they turn to ice, right? So I don't know if there's something to that, keeping your shoes out in the cold and then putting them on. I wouldn't do that, but
I'll raise my hand to an experience with that. There used to be a racquetball court here, and was playing racquetball one evening with a friend, and of course you were playing, so you had them all heated up. Walked out, and there had been some ice, like a little layer of ice out there that happened while we were playing. Didn't know it, and I ended up with stitches in the back of my head because the shoes were warm, and on that ice, I just went up in the air and hit the back of the step on the way down. The other gentleman I was with, he didn't have that same problem, so he must have had the right shoes. But I think that heat is something you want to kind of think about with your shoes before you walk out.
Yeah,
it's kind of a lot of things to think about. Warm up before you scoop. Stretch out afterwards. Wear the right shoes. Maybe wear some ice fishing cleats when you go out. My wife wears those grippers, they call them, when she goes out and takes care of the cats, because you can find a slick spot that wasn't there the day before, right?
Yeah. So do all those things, otherwise you'll be in seeing us.
And when we do have something, maybe come in to see a little sooner than later.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want stuff to linger on too long, and then you just start creating other problems, start compensating or whatever it is. But
yeah, so we'll switch gears here just a little bit. I think they're just getting going with calving out there, and you won't find any harder workers than ranchers and farmers, but you won't find anybody more stubborn either, because when it comes to taking care of crops and cattle, that usually comes first. But Mama cow can do some damage if she's protecting a calf, and I imagine that every once in a while over the calving season you get some folks coming in with some sore ribs or maybe a back situation.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that's the same thing we were talking about before, coming in when something hurts and getting everything straightened out, squared away. But yeah, it's a lot harder as a therapist when someone comes in and says, oh, this has been bothering me for months. Whereas if it just happened a couple days ago, we can kind of get on it right away, So yeah, getting stuff treated quicker is usually going to work out better for you in the long run.
I know the final quarter of each year gets busier than other times of the year for surgeries and so forth, but we know that they go throughout the year. Knees, shoulders, all those sorts of things, hips. And you guys are there at the hospital here to help people after surgery get them started in the right direction. Having watched you guys work, you do a great job. But I think, how do I want to put this? Adjusting to each person has got to be a real skill on your part, because everybody's a little different on what their pain threshold is, how strong they were before the surgery, just their personality of, I want to get going and maybe go too hard or not enough. These are all things that you guys have to assess. I think it's a pretty interesting to watch you guys work.
Yeah, and I think that applies to pretty much any type of patients we see. And in the hospital, we've been staying busy with the Dr. Sextra does the total knee surgeries. I guess the snow has kind of slowed it down a little bit because some got canceled. But we've been busy with that, going up to the hospital. And then we also just see patients in the hospital for other things, if it's pneumonia or whatever it is that just general weakness, or if they fell at home. So yeah, we're doing all sorts of things all the time, seeing all those people in the hospital plus clinic and everywhere else.
And the occupational therapy part of it's pretty big too, when you have folks that are experts in that coming in and saying, well, this is how you pull those socks on, and this is how you do this to start with. That's all part of the service as well.
Yep, so Chesney does most of that, and she's, like you said, like after a knee surgery or whatever, she'll come in and help people get dressed, which I think a lot of people maybe don't think about with a knee surgery, about how hard that is to get yourself dressed and get yourself showered and kind of just day-to-day stuff. But yeah, we have OT coming in helping with all that stuff at the hospital and with home health. And
yeah, or you have a shoulder operated on, so unfortunately it's you're right-handed and it's your right shoulder, and so now you have to learn to use your left hand to pull your pants on and do all those things. It takes a little help.
Yeah, especially, any type of surgery or injury, stuff like that. The first couple weeks, usually for people, is a huge adjustment. Just kind of figuring out how they're going to have to live their life for the next month or 2 months or whatever it is.
Derek, you mentioned, folks in the hospital with pneumonia, something that's really slowed them down. I don't know that everybody thinks about physical therapy being a part of making a comeback on that, but laying in bed for a long time is not good for anybody, and strength becomes a real factor, doesn't it?
Yeah, so a lot of, really the majority of what we see in the hospital is probably more along those lines of sickness, or maybe they had a bladder infection or, something like that, or COVID. So just kind of going in, and a lot of times we start with maybe some exercises, sitting down, get people's legs kind of moving again. Depending on the level they're at, we'll try and stand them up. If they stand up okay, we stand for a little bit and then maybe go for a walk, or and then if people are doing well enough, we'll take them down to the exercise area and ride the bike or do some different exercises there. But yeah, I think you're right. I think people don't think about physical therapy being a part of that as often. And yes, we see all sorts of different patients at the hospital.
Expanding a little bit here, you have folks that now go out and go to people's homes and help them there as well, right?
Yep. So we do kind of two ways. We'll do like outpatient in the home, where we kind of treat it as outpatient, go to someone's house. And a lot of that is usually assisted living facilities, or like community living type things.
Sure.
So, you think of like Off-Broadway or somewhere like that. But then we also do home health, which is through Angels Care Home Health, and they have nurses that come from Grand Island and Kearney. And they'll come in, kind of assess the patient, and then if they need physical therapy, occupational therapy, or speech therapy. We'll go in and, it's kind of the same thing. Home health is more focused on making sure they can get in and out of their bed okay, making sure they can get up and down off the couch okay, into the bathroom, shower, all that type of stuff. So that's kind of just making sure people are safe at home. A lot of times the biggest concern there is fall risk, making sure that if they have fallen, making sure it doesn't happen again, or even kind of giving them strategies to help them not fall, having someone install grab bars in their house or whatever it is.
Work on balance and that sort of thing.
Yep, for sure.
You got a lot of things going on. We've just touched part of what you guys do, but there's a lot going on at Team Physical Therapy here in Broken Bow and all your other locations as well. Here in Broken Bow, and I assume most of the other locations, and I'll ask you to mention those, when you can, you take walk-ins as well.
Yep. So we're here in Broken Bow, Callaway, Burwell, Gothenburg, Kearney. And every location will take a walk-in most of the time, especially here in Broken Bow. We have a lot of therapists. Almost always, if you walk in, we'll be able to see you pretty soon after that. You can always call ahead too, get on the schedule. We are pretty flexible with our schedule and can usually get people in right away.
All right. We've talked about a lot of different things. Did we cover everything you wanted to highlight, or is there something we missed?
I think so.
Okay.
We're busy still with, high school sports, basketball, wrestling, kind of getting close to the end now. So trying to get people back in for the important stuff. But
yeah, Coach Schaaf was here to do interview yesterday for the Wednesday interview, and he said, I can't believe we're at this point already in the season. It's really went by quickly.
Yeah.
And now, like you say, this is what they all been shooting for. So if they need any help from Team Physical Therapy, they're going to get it.
Yeah, for sure. And someone, whether it's me or whoever, Jeff, Nathan, we're always at all the home stuff and a lot of the away games too. There to see kids if they need it. But yeah, same thing with that. They can usually walk in or call in if, last night in practice something hurt. We'll get them in quick.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. We didn't know what we were going to talk about besides the snow, and gosh, there's...
And here I was just talking and talking.
That's all right. That's what we have you in here for, Derek. Thanks a lot.
Yep. Thank you.
Team Physical Therapy, our guest this morning. We'll take a timeout.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
KCNI, KBBN Radio.
Need a freezer? Talk to Brett at Lines Appliance about 5, 7, or 10-foot options. They just got a truckload of them in. If freezing isn't what you're needing, how about refrigerating? They have a great variety of fridges for every need. TVs are in stock as well, and there are lots. Brett doesn't take the words price to sell lightly. They are at great prices. Check out their grilling options too, pellet and beyond. Lines Appliance in Broken Bow.
Geared for Sports in Broken Bow is all about gearing you up for sports. Whether it's for participating or for cheering from the stands, they have it. Continuing this week is their semi-annual show sale. All regular priced shoes are marked at 20% off. So head through their door on west side of the square and bring your feet to do some test fitting. Geared for Sports, open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturdays 10 to 4. Get your gear at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow.
This is Darby Line with Triangle J Ranch, inviting you to our 33rd annual bull sale, Sunday, January 29th, starting at 1 p.m. The offering includes 260 Angus, Simmental, and Sim-Angus hybrid bulls. This is Nebraska's largest source of homozygous black, homozygous polled Sim-Angus genetics. Visit our website at trianglejranch.com or call us for a catalog at 308-627-5085. We will see you at the ranch north of Miller on January 29th.
Oh, what a great sound. The Mavericks, and oh, what a thrill. Right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on a Tuesday. Good to have you along. Mark Stock will be up here shortly. Stay tuned. We'll have him on the air with you right after these words.
Is winter weather and the fear of falling keeping you indoors for the season? Don't fall. Give Pearson's a call. Poor balance and falls can diminish your ability to lead an active and independent life, but you don't have to accept them as a consequence of aging. Pearson Physical Therapy has been helping their patients stay on their feet and take back their independence through individualized balance training programs. Reduce your chance for falls and regain your confidence this winter by calling 308-872-5800 for a free fall risk assessment with one of our therapists. That's Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 in Broken Bow.
A new year. Same great service and products at Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Central multivitamin tablets in 120 count for men or women are $11.49. Save on Century 50 Plus for men or women in a 100 count for $7.49. Century 120 count multivitamins are $7.99. Vitamin B12 is available in a variety of strengths and counts as well. Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I tell you what, BigIron.com's got a great lineup of livestock selling today. 1 o'clock is when these first lots sell. But if you're looking for bred heifers, if you're looking for powerful Black Angus bulls, that's the place to be. Jorgensen Land and Cattle's having their Smart Bull sale. Now, the Jorgensen name is notorious all across the country for some of the best Black Angus genetics you can find anywhere. And they'll be selling 32 of their bulls. Now, they're located in Allen, Kansas, with this set of bulls today. But I tell you what, you won't find any better, any nicer, anywhere selling on an auction block with no reserve than on BigIron.com today. And in addition, Brentwood Farms from Stewart, Nebraska, they're selling over 100 Red Angus bred heifers. Now, these are quality animals. These are Beaver bred influence, folks. So you definitely want to be checking out these Red Angus animals that are selling today as well. Now, BM Angus out of York, Nebraska, they've got 7 two-year-old Angus bulls that will sell today. The McClatchy Cattle Company by Lincoln, Nebraska, they'll be selling 6 super sharp 2-year-old Gelbvieh bulls today. Bristol Farms by Ansley, Nebraska, they've got 6 super sharp 2-year-old Angus bulls selling. And if you're looking for some Herefords, folks, Cook Herefords by York, Nebraska, they've got some bred heifers and some Hereford bred cows on today's cattle sale. So dial up the Big Iron website and check out all these animals once again. Call the owners if you have questions. The majority of these are all registered bulls and females selling today to the highest bidder. Then tomorrow, folks, we've got our machinery sale. And boy, there's equipment all across the country. And there's something for everyone, from something inside the shop, some small utility tractors to campers. In fact, here's a 2013 Heartland 40-foot tandem axle fifth wheel travel trailer that's selling out of Hartford, Kansas. There's a 2017 Honda Civic passenger car. There's a 2011 Champion 9-ton horizontal log splitter that's selling. If you are in the market, folks, for a garbage truck, we've even got one of those on the Big Iron website. Where there's a spread all 20-ton manure spreader selling in Madison, Nebraska. If you're looking for some flatbed trailers or gooseneck trailers, we have those. How about a Jet spread axle drop deck trailer with ramps? That's selling in Indiana. There's a Caterpillar T40B forklift selling out of Pilger, Nebraska. We've got a big package of equipment coming from Sun State Rentals. They've got a tremendous offering of sky lifts, jacks, scissor lifts. They've got loader backhoes, skid steers. All of these items are front row rental ready. They're just selling them because they finally got their new shipment in of new construction rental equipment, and they're making room. So Big Iron is selling a lot of rental equipment from Sun State Rentals over the next couple weeks. Go to the Big Iron website for all the latest information. If you need a grain cart, if you need a Zematic pivot, if you need a Hankey roller mill, if you need a New Holland small square baler, if you need sprayers, folks, pull type or self-propelled, we've got those. If you need tandem discs like the Landau 6231 series, that's selling on the Big Iron sale as well. There's a Terex rough terrain telehandler that will be sold. There's grain trailers. There's fuel trailers. There's move all lowboy trailers. There is a great selection of service trucks and pickups, round balers, and haying equipment. Here's a John Deere 1720 16 row 30 stack fold planter selling in Minden, Nebraska. We've got semi-trucks, a late model John Deere 8295R mechanical front tractor in Henderson, Nebraska selling. There's Komatsu wheel loaders, John Deere four-wheel drive tractors, and the list goes on and on, folks. A big sale coming up here on January the 25th, and everything, as always, is sold with the owner's name listed within the description, so you can call them and ask questions about the items that are selling. Now, we're also listing equipment right now that will sell in the end of February into March. We've even got folks with their retirement sales scheduled here for April. We've got folks with their retirement sales scheduled for July and August already on BigIron.com. So we encourage you to dial up the Big Iron website for all the latest information. And we've got a lot of real estate, folks, that is being sold on the Big Iron website. So if you're looking for some land in York County, Nebraska, we've got that selling January the 31st. We've also got land selling in Atchison County, Kansas on January 31st, February 2nd. There's some land selling in Polk County, Nebraska. There's land selling in Boone County, Nebraska, and Greeley County, Nebraska, coming up here February the 7th. So if you're looking for land, folks, a lot of opportunity on the BigIron.com website, and with the acquisition of Sullivan Auctioneers out of Hamilton, Illinois. If you want to expand into Indiana, Missouri, Minnesota, or Illinois, we've got land selling in those states as well through Sullivan Auctioneers and that outstanding real estate and equipment team on their website. Go to SullivanAuctioneers.com. So once again, you have any questions about utilizing both the Big Iron and the Sullivan Auctioneer process to get your equipment, your land sold, your livestock, your classic cars, we're ready to answer your questions and take your calls. Dial us up at 1-800-937-3558, or you can just use your phone and not use that toll-free number and dial 402-678-2411. Thanks, guys.
Everyone loves winter. Your car door is frozen shut, it takes 10 minutes to regain feeling in your extremities after going outside, and you just wiped out on a patch of ice. While Runza can't make it any warmer, we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Every Tuesday in January and February, the temp at 6 a.m. is the price you pay for an original Runza sandwich when you buy medium fries and a drink. Because Runza makes it all better.
Runza's Temperature Tuesday reading is 22 degrees. That means your original Runza sandwich is just 22 cents today with a purchase of fries and a medium drink. Today only at Runza.
Even if you have given up on your other New Year's resolutions, there is still time to fulfill your resolution to bank smarter. Leave your regular checking account behind in the new year and upgrade to Premier Checking with Bruning Bank. With Premier Checking, you earn interest on your account for completing simple actions you do already. Already have an account with us? Transitioning takes less than a minute. Wanting to set up a new account? Stop by and complete our quick and simple sign-up process. Check out details and rates at bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
8:37, almost 8:38. You're listening to The Breakfast Show. My name is Dave, and this is my co-host on this compliment day, Brent Apperson.
Hello. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, stop it. Oh, now come on. Keep going. Give me.
They quit on you.
Oh, okay.
We have a nice card here from Sherry Bryant, our treasurer for Custer County, and she brought out some very nice treats. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But we won't see them.
I was going to say we haven't seen any of them yet.
They'll be devoured by the time we get done with the breakfast show. That's usually the scenario.
Yeah, it's really interesting how things enter the door, but never make it into the studio.
You also notice if somebody brings the treats into the breakfast show studio, someone from the other side comes and gets them.
And takes them out. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we get along at all around here. But anyway, thank you so much, Sherry. You're a sweetheart, dropping off some good treats and thanking us for doing the weather closings and openings and so forth. And she says you're the best. Well, Sherry, thank you very much. That means a lot to us, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Nice of you to take time to do that. I think most of us wish we would take more time to do those sorts of things, Sherry, so appreciate it. And I know you have your tasks ahead of you each and every day with the redhead there in the office. That just shows that you can endure. The redhead's actually quite nice as well. I could really go for a Brew Baker's cup of coffee. I'm not kidding you. That just sounds so good right now. With Sherry's Treats, oh, man, that would really hit the spot, wouldn't it?
It would. And there's nothing better than coffee with a friend. That's always a good idea. And there's no better place to have coffee than at Brew Baker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska. Also, make sure while you're there you check out their great gift selection. They carry warm hats and gloves for men, women, and children. They have a great baby and children's section, too, with novelty gifts, toys, and more. Stop in to see their home decor, their winter decor. They've got beautiful rugs, bags, purses, jewelry, all kinds of things. I'm going to tell you right now, folks, when you walk in, you're just going to be surprised. You will be. So stop on in and enjoy a delicious drink. Warm up with hot teas, herbal teas, and coffee drinks. It's the historic Destination Barista Bar and Gift Shop right in our back door at Brew Baker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, and open on Saturday from 9 until 3.
All right. Well, I mentioned that yesterday we were attempting to catch up on the Blake Shelton ticket contest, and we opened up the line for people who wanted to call in and ask for a particular staff member here at KCNI KBBN to sing. And I was put on the spot by Yolanda Sponel.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I was part of the picking selection, but Yolanda kind of put me on the spot. And I must say, Yolanda, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, because I think I've found something I'm very newly passionate about. And that would be singing the songs, but even more importantly, narrating the words. Reading the words to our listeners so that they can sing along. And it really inspired me. And I felt like the flow that I had reading the lyrics to some Blake Shelton songs was really inspirational to me. And I feel like maybe I've found a new niche, and I am comfortable if you folks out there, when we play the game, if you want me to read the words to you from Neon Light or Sangria or Come Back as a Country Boy, I have the script right here, and I would like to let it flow out to you as it did yesterday, because I just felt like, I hate to be boastful about it, but I just felt like I nailed it.
Really?
Yeah.
You felt you nailed it yesterday,
I felt like I really nailed,
yeah.
Not only doing do justice to reading those words, but adding some art to it, some flow, some spirit. The descriptions were more vivid than I thought I could describe.
I see. So you're gonna keep doing this?
Oh, I'd love to. Do you want me to practice?
Well,
I mean, I could if you wanted me to.
Well, you can.
Well, you didn't sound very enthused.
I don't want to.
Well, listen, that's okay.
I just don't know how.
Just give me a.
Well, it's National Compliment Day. I don't want to go the other direction.
Well, what do you mean the other direction? I feel like I haven't gotten any cards or letters or any emails or text or anything like that about it, criticizing and or complimentary notes from any of the listeners out there. But it is Compliment Day.
Yeah.
But I thought I would probably receive some, because I just felt like the thrust of those words so elegantly flowed out. I didn't even know I didn't even feel like it was me.
Wow.
Felt like it was outside looking in, outside my body looking in and watching some guy read these words, this poetry. It's fantastic.
Well, it really wasn't all that good, but
what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
You didn't enjoy it?
Well, obviously, I don't think I enjoyed it as much as you did.
And the dramatic pauses and all of that?
Yeah, well, the dramatic pauses were certainly pauses. That's correct. Yes.
Well, today, Ollie's Coffee House and Boutique is going to give you a chance to call in. And
so what did you think of your singing?
Well, I thought it was pretty good.
Oh?
Yeah. You want me to? I could do the next one. You know, if somebody calls in, I'd sing it. I'd sing with them on it.
All right.
Or or we could do it together if somebody wants to call in and get registered for a chance to win 2 Blake Shelton tickets to the February 16th show in Lincoln, Nebraska, plus $250 cash. Well, card. You know, good as cash.
Yeah, spending money.
Yeah. And come and have breakfast with us on February 1st at the Tumbleweed Cafe. By the way, breakfast at 8. Don't be late. And then we'll have the drawing afterwards.
Okay.
The breakfast show will be live from 7:30 until whenever we get things taken care of.
Well, you know what? I'm feeling bad now because I shouldn't criticize you, especially your singing, because everybody knows that I'm not the best singer in the world.
Well,
but I love to sing.
It's compliment day.
And so, see, you're enjoying this. You know, you love to recite words of songs. So I shouldn't tear you down for that. I'm very sorry.
Well,
I hope you accept my apology.
Let me just...
Is this another dramatic pause, or are you just trying to...
I'm reading the words.
Oh,
I've got to get the words down.
Okay.
It's one whole line.
Just clarifying.
You take my hand in yours. You lean in, and your lips taste like sangria.
Wow.
How was that?
Well, well, you read it, so good. Good job. I think you got all the words in, so that's good.
It's time to find another finalist for the Blake Shelton floor tickets and money. You only have to register once to be in the drawing.
Call us at 872-2801 and sing along with us. And win yourself a chance for a breakfast and tickets. All brought to you by Ollie's Coffee House and Boutique in Sargent, Nebraska. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
This is Linda Caston.
Linda Caston, how are you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Well, not too darn bad. I'm going to write your name down right now because you're a winner.
Thank you.
Yes, now let me write that down. I got it.
And I hate to tell you this, but I missed you singing yesterday. So can you do it again?
Oh, yes, of course.
Wow.
Of course, Linda.
You just got a request, Dave.
Linda,
that's got to make you feel great.
I would sing for you anytime, Linda.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
So we have a choice.
Start off my day right.
Oh, good, good. That's good to hear. Now we have 3 different choices. We have Neon Light, Sangria, or Come Back as a Country Boy. We can sing together on any of those. Which would you like to sing with?
Oh, I'm not a very good singer.
Oh, I'm not
like
either.
You.
Well, oh, thanks, Linda. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that makes your day.
Oh, gosh, you just made my whole month.
Oh, good.
So how about Sangria? That's one of my favorites.
Oh, my.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
I can lip sync that, right?
Pardon?
I can lip sync that.
Oh, you can lip sync
yeah.
it. Yeah,
There's a good
idea.
idea.
You don't even have to. You don't because Brent and I will take care of it, Linda. Don't you worry about it at all. Don't worry about it. Now let me read the words again. Take my hand in yours. You lean in.
And there's that dramatic pause again.
And your lips taste like sangria.
That's good.
Can we do that? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, do you want to hear us? Well, you're just going to lip sync, right? So.
I can lip sync.
Okay. All right. Let me get this set and ready to go. And again, a big thank you to Ollie's Coffee House and Boutique in Sargent, who we'll hear from in a moment. Are you ready, Brent?
I'm ready. So I'm singing what you want me to sing too, or are you just singing?
No, I'd like to sing a duet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Because Linda, wouldn't you rather hear the both of us?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I think you make a good duet.
Oh, wow.
All right. Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
You take my hand in
yours. You lean in and hand your lips taste like sangria. I don't know what that was.
What do you think, Linda? How'd that sound to you?
Well, it sounded pretty good, but maybe a little tweaking. But by the time this is over, you'll probably be able to pick that up a little more.
Oh, you're so kind. I might have missed. I got a little off on was because I didn't get the words quite right. I've been practicing on those words, but
yeah, that can throw you.
Yeah, I sure did. Linda, if you'll hold on, I'm going to get your phone number off the air. Now, can you come to Tumbleweed on February 1st and have breakfast with us?
As far as I know.
And if you can't, all you need to do is call us and let us know who would be coming in your place, okay?
Oh, okay.
That way they can still draw for you, but we know that everybody at 8 o'clock on a weekday can't always get away at 8 o'clock. So you can send somebody else, but we'd love to see you.
Okay, well, thank you.
As a matter of fact, if you're there, I might just sing to you right there face to face.
Wow.
I can't believe that. That's too good.
Oh, boy. Thank you. Hold on. I'm going to get your phone number while we listen to Ollie's Coffee House, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Main Street Sargent is a happening place, and your friends at Ollie's Coffee and Boutique want to see you sometime soon. Make sure you swing by their Facebook page to see all the fun they have going on. When you come through the door, you can shop, sip a coffee, a smoothie, or tea, relax and read, play games, let the kids explore the kids area, and more. The boutique has a great selection of gifts, home decor, and of course, clothing. Open Monday to Friday, 8 to 5:30, and Saturday, 9 to 5, closed Sunday. Ollie's Coffee and Boutique in Sargent.
All right. You know, you go through your whole life and you think, oh, I can't sing, and I'm too embarrassed to sing. And, I know there's people out there that would love to register for this chance to win the tickets, and they say, well, I can't sing. But, I just discovered that, as you folks know now, I am like a songbird.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say like a canary.
Yeah.
And or a cardinal.
Yeah.
Or a sparrow.
Wow.
Or a blackbird. Well, they don't really sing much, but maybe I'm more like a blackbird. I hope not.
Yeah. When I was singing in church, someone came up to me and said, you know what, Brent, is just about making a joyful noise unto the Lord. And then another person said to me, the key there is joyful.
Joyful.
Yeah, noise. he said, no, not just noise, but joyful noise.
Can you make it joyful?
So that's the question right now with Dave. It's noise. I just don't know if it's joyful yet.
Well, it remains to be seen. And of course, the poetry part of it, I'm nailing the lyrics. So
well, you're getting all the words in.
Yes.
So that's good.
And in a flow.
Okay.
With dynamic feel to it.
I have to admit, I enjoy the pauses. Those.
That's the most.
Yeah.
If I could, I would dare
Blake Shelton probably performed that on the 16th of February.
You know, when we have our big breakfast to draw the grand prize winner for the tickets, I think that you should give a dramatic reading of a Blake Shelton song.
Oh, wow. That would be such an honor.
I mean, we can like do it. We can take you back to my old speech days. I'm not sure how they do it now. Now, back in my day, you would put the script on, well, like cardboard paper, cardboard paper or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, one of the big parts of the presentation was even the way in which you moved the page. As you went from page to page. Now, I think maybe now when I went to college and competed in speech, we had the book. You know, you would hold the book in your hand and then you would flip the page. And I got to be honest with you, man. You can add dramatization to your reading just the way you turn the page. So I'm thinking maybe on February the 1st, we'll get a Blake Shelton song. We'll find just the right one. And you could give a dramatic reading of a Blake Shelton song at the breakfast on February 1st.
Doesn't he have a lot of beer songs?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
I'm trying to think what song should we have Dave Burney give a dramatic reading of? I'm trying to think of all the
one I was thinking about.
I'm trying to think of all the Blake Shelton songs.
Was what kind of embarrassing one when it plays sometimes and when we have it in the morning and it's a playlist. And
I'm thinking, what about this one? Maybe the boys around here. The boys around here, drinking that ice cold beer. What do you think, huh?
I kind of like the sounds of that. There's also one called "I'll Name the Dogs." I think that would be that would be a really
there you
one.
go. I can hear you doing a dramatic reading of that.
Or
you name the babies. I'll name the dogs.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's got some punch to it. A guy with a girl.
Well, there you go. Yes.
That would be a good one.
You know, he does some duets.
Yes, he does.
Maybe we could get you and Christy to do a dramatic reading together.
One called Treat Her Right. Sundance with Blake. And then there's also one called You Got It. But the one I'm thinking of, another duet only with two guys with Trace Adkins is Hillbilly Bone.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds good, too.
Yeah, he does one with Garth, Dive Bar.
Yes.
You could do a dramatic reading of Dive Bar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities.
I'm serious on this. I think because I can tell you're like, because singing, I don't think singing is your thing.
Oh, what are you talking about?
But the dramatic reading, I can tell there's a big passion here growing inside of you. And so I'm thinking on February the 1st, maybe you could work up a dramatic reading of a Blake Shelton song.
Well, it sounds like you're kind of talking me out of singing. I mean, I love doing the poetry, don't get me wrong, and the lyrics, but my voice has just found its home.
Well, okay.
And I hope later this morning on the show, somebody will open the door to my home and let me sing again. News is next.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
My day starts right.
With Dave and Brent.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. An investigation into a motive is underway in California's second mass shooting in days. CBS's Carter Evans is in northern Half Moon Bay, where 7 people were killed at 2 different locations.
The shooter is believed to be an employee at one of the farms, and for now, authorities say he's cooperating. But investigators still aren't saying why they believe he did it.
There was a vigil near L.A. for the 11 people who died in a massacre at a dance club Saturday.
It's so sad.
God, no one should have to be going through this. When is enough enough? You know, I'm still mourning the children of Uvalde.
While President Biden's renewing his call for a ban on assault weapons, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo tells CBS Mornings.
I think some of this is cultural. That is, we need to make sure that the families are intact, that there are good mental health services available for people that are struggling. I wish there was a simple answer.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Checking NBA action, we had the Magic surprising the Celtics 113-98. Boston, the top team in the NBA, has its 9-game winning streak snapped. Although Orlando's done this before to Boston, they're 3-1 against the Celtics this season. Bucks outscored the Pistons 150-130. Milwaukee star Giannis Antetokounmpo, back from injury, had 29 points and 12 rebounds in the win. The Kings down the Grizzlies 133-100. Domantas Sabonis a triple-double for Sacramento, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists. John Morant, Memphis star, did not play because of a sore ankle. Bulls over the Hawks 111-100. Trailblazers topped the Spurs 147-127. Jazz beat the Hornets 120-102. And the Rockets snap a 13-game losing skid with a 119-114 win over the Timberwolves. Top 25 college basketball battle of the last two national champs. Number 17 Baylor beat number 9 Kansas 75-69. That's 3 straight losses for the Jayhawks. Overtime for Nevada to upset number 25 New Mexico 97-94.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have some fog to start. Could see some partial sunshine into the afternoon with highs up to 34 degrees. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, lows in the upper teens with breezy northwest winds. For Wednesday, a slight chance for some flurries developing. Gusty northwest winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with highs up to 29. Thursday, warming to 34. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, has the offerings you're looking for this winter to prepare for next year. As you know, every season brings new focuses. Here are theirs right now. Specials on driveline conversions, sprinkler packages, and winter maintenance specials, to name a few. If you've worked with Custer Electric and Irrigation in the past, you know that they want to get you taken care of the right way at the best price possible. They encourage you to get the work you need done scheduled as soon as possible because prices are rapidly increasing for a lot of supplies. Plus, that schedule book can only get so full. Don't forget licensed electrical work you might need done too on ag, commercial, and residential applications. Ask for a free quote. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer in Broken Bow, serving the whole area with electrical, agricultural, and commercial services. Call today at 872-7786. Follow them on Facebook or visit custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
It is 4 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. My name is Dave Burney. My co-host, Brent Apperson, is with me.
Hi, Dave. Oh, thank you. Oh, stop it. Oh, man, thank you for the applause. Keep going. Okay, stop.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, later on in the show, we're going to give you a chance to call in and get registered for breakfast with the breakfast gang here out of the Tumbleweed on February 1st at Tumbleweed, and enjoy a buffet and then have the drawing for the Blake Shelton tickets. And I plan on performing a poetry piece using Blake Shelton lyrics just before breakfast, and I think you're really going to like it.
I don't know. Do you want to? Yeah, I guess before breakfast would be good. I'm trying to decide if you want to do it before we eat or after we eat. I just don't know.
Jody and Jessica are here from Off-Broadway Assisted Living.
Good morning.
I'd like to say to Jody.
Okay.
Jody.
Yes.
This is a dramatic pause, by the way. He's been working on this. He's been working on his dramatic pauses.
Better
Yeah.
last week, so okay. I caught that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dear Jody, there's a neon light at the end of the tunnel. It ain't all that bright, but even though it's subtle. Well, what do you think, Jody?
Well done.
Well done. I think that helped bridge that gap that was there. So you're good.
Thanks, Jode. Do you mind if I call you Jode?
That's fine.
Okay. Why does subtle have a B in it?
I think that's the way it's spelled.
I
isn't
know,
it?
I know, but why in the English language you don't?
Oh, that I don't know.
You don't say the B. Subtle.
I don't.
Ask whoever made the word up.
Well, I think a lot of the words in the English language are a little bit backwards, but boy, I'm so excited about reading some more poetry, but I suppose we need to talk about off-Broadway assisted living. Bring that microphone a little closer to you, Jessica, would you? I want to hear everything you have to say. How's things? How's things going, Jody?
They're going great.
Good. That's good to hear.
Even with the snow, we're doing good.
Got all scooped out? It looked like you. I drove by
Pretty
there.
much,
yeah,
yep.
Looks like you're in good shape.
Yeah.
Good.
And, oh, by the way, nobody that lives there had to scoop any snow.
Oh, boy, yeah.
They did not.
Yep.
They were fortunate.
Yeah.
They got to watch it from the inside warm, cozy. Yep.
Yeah. That's one of the beauties of living at Off-Broadway.
Yep.
Just one, right?
Absolutely.
Well, and the other thing is they had doctor's appointments and they didn't even have to drive. So the ones that do drive, they opted not to drive, and we had our transportation lady take them. So you have that opportunity as well.
Yeah,
so,
that's a good choice to make.
Yep.
So, since we're in the actual interview now, I'll call you Jody, and afterwards
Okay.
I'll call you Jode.
Okay.
The help situation has vastly improved, I think, at Off-Broadway and other places as well. Do you have some positions open yet?
We do. We just have a couple. Actually, Dennis came back part-time as our maintenance guy, so pretty
Yay.
excited to see that.
Amen.
We just need an evening cook, and a part-time office assistant is all we're looking for right at the moment.
All right, and great opportunities. Are those part-time positions?
Part-time.
Part-time.
Yep. The cook is the evening. It would be Monday through Thursday.
And evenings, Monday through Thursday.
Yep. And then the office assistant starts out part-time, could move into full-time for the right candidate. So
Okay. Couple opportunities there.
absolutely.
Great
Yep.
staff to work with.
Yeah,
I
you always
can't-
mention that.
I can't emphasize, oh my gosh, Jody is an amazing boss.
Thank you.
Everybody, I mean, not one staff member. We all get along great. We're a huge family, and everybody picks up where it needs to be. So, whatever needs to be done, it gets done. So I'm grateful for Jody. I'm grateful for everybody at the board of directors, everybody. So.
Well, when you have a staff who are family, and then you have residents who become family, you've just really got the best of both worlds, don't you?
Oh, yeah, we can't do it without our residents. Our residents are one of a kind, and each one, we have a couple move-ins this week, and we're super excited to introduce them to our family, and each and every one brings something special to the table. So, I mean, they all have unique personalities and funny to, I mean, their characters are amazing. And between the staff and the residents, that's what makes us one big happy family.
And I know that you've always concentrated on having some activities. You have a good activities director.
Oh, yes, we have one of a kind. She does so good. She's got activities going all day long, from bingo to Uno to dominoes to crafts to Who Am I to trivia. I mean, she's got them busy all day long. So grateful.
How competitive do the Uno games get? Because we play Uno at our house with the family, the kids, and everybody, and I got to tell you, man, there's times people get up and leave the table.
Well, I sit down at the main desk some, and I can hear them upstairs, especially dominoes. There's one gentleman that he's bound and determined he's going to beat those ladies. It doesn't make a difference what happens. So I can hear them giggle and laugh, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, oh my goodness, the laughs and the giggles that I hear from everybody, that's what makes my job worth it.
That's good.
Jody, do you have rooms left now? Jessica mentioned that you've filled up a couple. Do you have a little space left?
We do have a few apartments available, not very many. We're getting down. If you or someone you know is interested in joining our little community, now is the time to call. Please call and stop today and talk to either myself, Jessica, or Jody. There is a process, so make sure that you call ahead and so we can prepare. Or you can call me and we can get you on the waiting list when you think you're ready to move in. This way we will have an apartment available. We can contact you and see if this is the right time for you to join us. We are here for anyone 55 years and older. So,
and if I can expand on that just a little bit.
Sure.
If you want to just come join us for the winter months, absolutely. Just give us a call and talk to us, and we can see if we can work something out for that. If you're feeling lonely at home, feeling isolated, whatever, that would be the time to contact us. Yep. And so we can help you work through that and see if we can get you in there, and you'll be around people all day long.
Boy, I'm glad you brought that up, Jody, because this time of year, the days are beginning to lengthen out a little bit, but we have a lot of winter left, and we have all this snow on the ground, and it kind of limits what our activities are for many folks out there. And it does get to be a grind, a winter blues, and being around people for the winter months could make all the difference. And if you guys are willing to take people in for, a few months or 6 months or whatever, that's great.
Yep, our lease is month by month, so you do have to do a deposit, but it's month by month. So say you want to come in now and move out like the 1st of April and then move back in, say like November, October through April, and then go back home so you can do your gardening and stuff. Absolutely. Otherwise, we have a wonderful garden that if you end up liking it and staying, we do gardening and all that stuff there. So
okay. And the only side note to that would be if you are there 6 months and you want to come back in the fall going into winter, you have to realize that you might be full, right?
That's right.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the consideration that needs to be taken.
Yep. Yes. Okay. Exactly. They have to, because unfortunately, if it's full, we'll put you on that waiting list, and if something comes open, then we can give you a call. But we want to give them the opportunity if with their loneliness.
Sure. And we know that's a huge factor, and I think we're more willing to talk about that more than we used to, not only for folks 55 and older, but for everybody in the winter months. We all struggle a little bit with the doldrums of winter. So
well, and I've been out and about in the community the last couple of weeks and whatnot, doing a survey as well as visiting people, and I've noticed that a lot of them don't eat the best, as well as a lot of them don't have very many people visit, and they don't leave either. And so I think that there is a huge gap there that somewhere we need to fill to help them, because they're not ready to completely move to Off-Broadway or make that step. But if we could help them so then they can at least get through the winter months and then transition back home and then possibly move back in the fall, that might help them.
Yeah, it would help. And then also down the road when things become a little bit too tough to be on their own, even in the summer months, they've already experienced living with your family.
Yeah.
And so they already will know whether they want to commit to that or not, because they've already been there, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And we are so welcoming. The residents and the staff, everybody gets treated like they're gold. It's a great place to live and work.
All right. So one question that I wanted to ask at the end of this conversation was, I know you bring people in to perform music or do different things, maybe, like give a speech or maybe read some poetry, something like that.
Dave, would you like to come in and do that for us?
Well, I'd like to practice a little bit more on some of my work. I've just gotten started yesterday. But if I get it smoothed out just a little, I don't think I need much more work. But if I get to the point where I feel like I can be in the public eye with this art, would you take me in and let me perform?
It's a Jody question, not mine.
Wow.
Wow.
Jessica,
You
back
didn't
out of
even
that
get
one fast.
finished with his statement or question. Wow.
I don't really know what that meant.
Oh.
Because whatever says there, it's on her, not me.
Well, Jody, just think about it.
Well, I want to hear you practice a little bit, and
Okay.
then we'll schedule something for you to come in.
Yeah, make him come in and try out first.
There you go.
Do a trial and try. But I do want to invite, we are doing Lunch on Us. If you're 55 years and older and would like to enjoy a lunch with us, please call 872-2522. And Jody and I, no obligation meal. We will give you the details, and you can enjoy a meal with us.
Okay.
So if you would like to come and eat lunch with us, we will give you all the details. Just give us a call, Jody or I, and we'll set up a time to do that. So 872-2522.
2522.
55 years and older. Yep.
Okay. Brent, you're not eligible quite yet.
No, I'm not.
Are you?
Getting close, though.
Just barely.
Barely? Okay.
Yeah. By the way, next time, I know you stopped off to do that survey with my mother.
Uh-huh.
Don't bring up, the light, the
Scooping?
the scooping and the
Has she been
sidewalks.
bothering you?
No, but she mentioned that you said I could do a better job on the driveway. I thought we were friends.
Well, I thought I heard that, Brent helped you also, so...
He did. The only reason he helped me is because my wife was out there with a scoop shovel, and she had just had knee surgery a while back, and
he felt guilty?
He felt bad.
Felt
Otherwise, he would
sorry.
never left the house.
Well, I have to say thank you, Brent, for helping him and her
Yeah,
do
you're
that.
very welcome.
That
Thank
was
you.
very neighborly.
I think you should keep him around.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, a few days ago, somehow we were talking about axing me.
Yeah. I didn't bring that up, though.
That was Drew, wasn't it?
Drew Gaffney.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, thanks so much for coming in. That number is 872-2522, and they can call you about the lunch that you just mentioned, or if they have questions about taking a tour or wanting to come and take a look, any questions about the rooms, any of the other amenities.
Even if they're thinking in a couple months to move in, they give us a call so we can get that process going. So, because we can look into their long-term insurance, to their other insurance, as well as just to see if they qualify to live with us.
Okay.
So
All right.
we can get that process going. So.
All right. Jessica, Jody, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Jode, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you.
We'll take a time out. We'll move forward with these words.
Gary's Superfoods is proud to be your hometown grocery store, open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. This week, delicious Smithfield all-natural baby back pork ribs are $2.99 a pound, and so are Open Acres boneless skinless chicken breasts. Have a pasta night. Prego pasta sauces are $1.88. Stock up on snacks with Cheez-It or Townhouse crackers at 2 for $6. Yoplait yogurts are 10 for $6. All this week at Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
This is an urgent announcement for anyone that's $10,000 or more in debt. Total Financial Freedom can help you become debt-free in months instead of years. Resolve your credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and timeshares. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-208-1312 for a free consultation. You have the right to get your debt resolved and substantially reduce your monthly payments. Call Total Financial Freedom now. 800-208-1312. Call now.
In the craziness of digging out of the snow last week, Dick and Jodine decided to have some fun with sales all week long this week. Head to Bo Bootery and you'll find that each day holds a different sale. Some are happening every day, too. So check each day this week and see how you can save when you visit Bo Bootery on the east side of the square in Broken Bow. They are proud to be your home-owned shoe store.
921. Boy, those tennis shoes are sharp.
Oh, thanks, Dave.
They look
Appreciate
good on
the
you.
compliment.
You know, they make your feet look smaller. I think that's a good thing.
Okay.
Sure.
By the way, your T-shirt looks nice.
I can't tell. Is
You
it white or
always
black?
like to wear. Well, it's kind of a grayish type color, but it blends in. I assume it was to be a pure white T-shirt. It's maybe not completely white anymore, but it does blend into your shirt that you have it under.
What do you mean it's
so
not
it looks
white?
real nice.
I only have black and white T-shirts.
Oh, well, okay. I'd say that's white then. Maybe off-colored white.
Jeez.
Off-white. That's what I want to say. It's off-white. How long have you had that T-shirt? See, I wanted to give you a compliment, and now it's turning into something else. I feel terrible. It's National Compliment Day.
Yeah, it sure is. I don't know how long I've had it.
Oh.
It was in the stack. I put it on.
Okay.
And some are whiter than others after a while. White doesn't stay white forever. But it's clean.
Mm-hmm.
And it matches my shirt.
That's the important thing.
A little girl in Rhode Island has asked the police to help her solve a mystery. After Christmas, she bagged up some half-eaten cookies and carrots that she left out for Santa and his reindeer. Then she mailed them to the Cumberland Police Department with a handwritten note, and it asked them to test it for the DNA to see if Santa is real. The police got a kick out of it, so they took pictures of the evidence and issued a press release about the special investigation into Santa Claus, and really made the girl happy.
How old was the child? Does it say
Does
how old
not
she was?
say. Does not say. I'm going to guess under 5.
Yeah, that's neat.
3 or 4 somewhere in there. Very bright young person, though, I would think. Yeah, pretty neat story. How would you like to be driving a truck down the road and get hit by a plane?
Hit by a plane?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't like that.
Truck driver was driving to Houston when out of nowhere a plane crashed into his big rig.
Ooh.
The engine conked out just short of the airport, so the guy tried to land it on the highway. A wing clipped the tractor trailer and the plane caught fire and then flipped. The pilot wasn't hurt. It could have been worse. Luckily, the truck that he crashed into was carrying a load of mattresses.
Oh, wow.
So it was a soft landing.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, true story. I wondered about the Broken Bow Library. You know, they have special authors come in and sign books that they have written. And I know in past, because, Joan used to be the library director, they've had poets in who write poetry.
Sure.
And I wondered, I might get a hold of Megan Swoboda and see whether, as I fine-tune my art, if they might be interested in yours truly coming in and doing a presentation with cookies and coffee some night.
Wow. I think you're on to something.
So if you apply for a job there and you get the job, you'll be lucky enough to be at that presentation.
Indeed. And the City of Broken Bow Public Library is looking for someone to fill the position of full-time Children's Services Assistant. Now, this position provides children's services and manages the Children's Library in direct cooperation with the library director. It requires strong verbal, written, and interpersonal skills, and preferably a 2-year or 4-year college degree. Requires a basic knowledge of modern librarianship principles and practices, especially in the field of children's services, and the ability to attain a public librarian certification. Wage will be dependent on qualifications and a better-than-average benefit package you'll enjoy as well. Applications and job descriptions are available at the city clerk's office in Broken Bow, located on the main floor at 314 South 10th Avenue, or you can go to their website, which is cityofbrokenbow.org. You can submit the application and related information to the City of Broken Bow. You can also email kpeters@cityofbrokenbow.org. Now, if you'd like more information on the position itself, you can visit with Library Director Megan Swoboda, and the library number is 872-2927.
Last week we had storms, as you know, blizzards, 20-plus inches of snow, and I actually thought Freddie was going to pull off karaoke on Friday night, but he called and said, you know what, I think maybe we better postpone it because of the safety out there driving. He said, we're going to reschedule it as soon as we can, and lo and behold, karaoke is coming to Sylvester's very soon.
You got it. In fact, this Friday, they'll try it again. Make sure you're at Sylvester's this Friday night because Thunder Karaoke is back. Grab your friends or pull them up on stage. We all know that song you sing out loud in the car, so now sing it for everybody. It'll be 9 to 1 this Friday night, karaoke at Sylvester's in Broken Bow, all happening at the Quiet Little
Place.
That rocks! There you go.
Now, I know you've been, well, I shouldn't say I know you've been. Maybe you haven't been to the Full Circle Irrigation facility out east of town.
No, I don't think I've ever been in it. Driven by it several times, obviously, but
it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice building. In fact, a friend of yours did the carpentry work in there.
Ah, okay.
Mr. Hunt.
Yes.
And took great pride in it, and it's really got a lot of personality in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, a top-notch facility, and they have some space for rent there.
They do, yes. The Broken Bow Full Circle Irrigation has 2 different rooms for rent, perfect for things like an insurance agent or an accounting firm. One room is 15 feet 9 inches by 15 foot with an outside window. That's $400 a month. The other area has 2 connecting rooms that are 15 feet by 11 feet 9 inches with a window. The other room, 14 feet 10 inches by 11 feet 9 inches. That area would rent for $600 a month. Now, you would have access to a kitchen and bathroom shared with Full Circle, but you would need to provide your own internet service. For more information, if you're interested, please call Darlene at 308-440-3006. Again, that number, 440-3006. Or you can stop out and take a look at their location just east of Broken Bow.
Hey, don't forget this weekend at the One Box Convention Center, the annual Custer County Ag Society's Winter Ball is taking place, and they're going to raise some money through auctions and fun and dancing and good food for projects out at the fairgrounds. They're also wanting you to know they're looking for a position to be filled out at the fairgrounds. With more information on that, here's Brent Apperson.
Yeah, they're looking for someone to supervise those projects that you're talking about. Custer County Ag Society has an open position for a grounds supervisor. This includes semi-skilled manual labor while providing basic maintenance functions in the operation and upkeep of the Custer County Fairgrounds facilities. Duties are performed under the general supervision of the Custer County Ag Society. Now, for a more detailed description as to what this job would entail, we encourage you to check out sandhillsexpress.com, go to the employment page, and you'll see the full listing. For more information or to apply, you can contact Michelle at 308-870-2493, or you can send your resume to P.O. Box 142, Broken Bow, or you can email it to Custer County NE Fairgrounds, that's all together, at gmail.com.
Let me just rehearse here for a moment.
Is this another dramatic pause? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
The winner gets 2 tickets on the floor in the second row to the concert February 16th. Plus a $250 gift card to use as you please. Man, I'm hot.
That really is good.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
I can't believe
Man.
it.
You're really nailing these pauses,
thanks.
man.
Thanks, man.
I mean, these pauses just, you get to one and it's just like, the listener is just begging for what's coming next when you take that pause.
Let me just try something else here. Our Blake Shelton sponsors.
Oh, okay.
Henry's Callaway Bar. Not to mention Full Circle Irrigation and the grocery cart, along with Power Solutions, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. Lines Appliance in downtown Broken Bow. And Ollie's Coffee and Boutique in Sargent.
Wow. Man. Not just the pauses, but now the inflection. The way in which you vary.
Did you say infection?
No, the inflection,
inflection.
Of your voice is, well, actually, it becomes infectious the way you do it.
Oh,
it's just unbelievable.
Oh, golly.
If Mrs. Custer is listening this morning, I would love, longtime speech teacher and speech judge, I would love to read her critique of you.
Oh, I would too. That would be thrilling.
Only 42 finalists will have a shot at 2 second-row tickets and money for the Blake Shelton concert. Time to find out who's next.
Be the caller at 872-2801 and get yourself registered for those tickets we just described. 872-2801, and you can have yours truly or Brent or both of us, or you can sing, whichever you like. This particular registration is brought to you by your friends and ours at Lines Appliance in Broken Bow.
Oh, wow.
We have a caller on the line. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
Oh, you're talking to Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Good.
Finally dug out.
Finally got... Can you get out and get out of the house?
Well, yesterday was the first day I was out running around in Broken Bow spending my money.
Well, good for you.
That's good.
Good for you. Sandy, do you want to sing along? Do you want to have Brent sing, or would you like... my newfound voice is really working, but which would you like to do? Would you like to sing with us?
Well, I was listening when you let somebody lip sing.
Yeah, you want to lip sync?
Oh, when he gets to singing, I can say the words, but when I'm standing here thinking about it, I'm thinking, oh boy, how many mistakes would I make?
I know. That's the way I used to be.
But I can see me down there on the floor in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, at
no
the
kidding.
concert singing along, right?
You could sing along there.
I know I could sing along with him then,
Well,
it's, he just is one of the best singers, and
well, it should be quite
in
a
country
show.
and western. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sangria. Well, I can sing
Oh,
sangria.
there you go.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. That got you qualified right there.
Yeah.
So, you guys have so much fun. That is a joy in the morning.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that very much. Would you like... Brent hasn't really got to sing by himself today. Would you like to have him sing?
Oh, yes.
And which would you like? Neon Light, Sangria, or...
I like Neon Lights. I really like Neon Lights.
Okay. He's got the script out.
Okay.
Hold on just a sec. Let me just give him a little help here.
Uh-huh.
You going to sing with me?
No, I was going to just kind of prep you here with my poetry.
Oh, you're going to read. Okay.
Well, that's a neat song, you guys. The other thing is you can really dance to his music.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can.
So if you can sing and dance at the same time, that would be wonderful.
That would be quite an accomplishment. All right, here we go. Neon Light with Brent and Blake in 3, 2, 1.
There's a neon light at the end of the tunnel. It ain't all that bright, but even though it's subtle,
All right,
Sandy,
Sandy,
great job.
way to go. Way to go, Sandy. If you'll hold on the line real quick, I'll get your phone number off the air, okay?
Okay, that'll be fine.
All right.
Thank you.
Here's a word from our sponsor, Lyons Appliance.
Where in the world did 2022 go? The new year is here. Don't start it off on the wrong foot with an appliance that makes you a bummer to be around. Talk to Brent and the crew at Lyons Appliance in Broken Bow. Their top priority is getting an appliance in your home that simply makes life easier. From fridges and deep freezes to washers, dryers, grills, griddles, smokers, and more. Visit Lyons Appliance in Broken Bow. Happy New Year from Lyons Appliance, Broken Bow.
Some things just naturally go together, like a dog and his bone, apple pie and ice cream, or starter fertilizer and Tapera Plus HD in furrow fungicide insecticide from UPL. Patented technology makes Tapera Plus HD super compatible with starter fertilizers. And its fully loaded formula provides for more consistent crop uniformity, enhanced vigor, and maximum yield potential in corn. Ask your retailer about Tapera Plus HD from UPL, and always read and follow label directions.
There's an innovative new soybean herbicide on the market that's helping close the door on weed resistance and open new doors to productivity. Preview 2.1 SC herbicide from UPL is a multi-mode of action pre-emergent that controls the most resistant broadleaf weeds at the beginning of the season and continues to control later weeds with strong residual activity. Ask your retailer about Preview 2.1 herbicide from UPL and always read and follow label directions.
Some really good ball games last night to listen to and or watch, Brent, and you're just getting started. You got a full night of basketball for our folks tonight.
Yeah, we do have more basketball tonight. We will continue coverage of the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference basketball tournament. Tonight, it's the boys' quarterfinals. And on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com, we'll be in Arnold for you tonight. We'll have two games, with Sandhills Thetford playing Cody Kilgore at 5:30 Central Time, and then that'll be followed by South Loop against Arthur County. Now, both of those games will be broadcast on KBBN 95.3 FM, and we'll also do the live video stream of those two games as well, which you can access on the Sandhills Express Facebook page and Sandhills Express YouTube channel. On KCNI Radio tonight, we'll have live coverage of Broken Bow girls basketball. The Broken Bow girls beginning play in the Southwest Conference basketball tournament, which also takes place this week. Broken Bow hosting Ainsworth tonight at 6 o'clock at the Indian Gym, and we'll broadcast that for you on KCNI 96.3 FM and KCNI 1280.com. So that's what we've got on the air for you tonight.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you so much. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
42 finalists will be invited to the Tumbleweed Cafe for a breakfast and live breakfast show. Will one of them be you? Now's the time to find out.
Well, it can be you if you call us at 872-2801. This particular registration is brought to you by Power Solutions, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. The number to call is 872-2801. You can either sing along with us. You can have Brent sing solo. You can have yours truly sing on key.
Or recite.
Or recite. If you want me to just read it in poetry form to get yourself registered, those are three options you have, or you can sing by yourself. The number again is 872-2801. We're going to conclude the show. Our chances are running out to get registered for those tickets. We'll have registration through this week and one day on Monday. And we're playing a little catch-up yet. We're still a day behind from the storms last week. So if you want to get in, call us at 872-2801. And if not, we'll close the show and go again tomorrow. I would like to read, some more to you folks out there.
Yeah. I actually have a couple of things to read yet.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, call at 872-2801 while Brent's reading, if you like.
Okay. All right. Just a couple of things to remind you about. First off, our good friends with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. First of the year is a great time to see if your insurance is the most affordable with the comprehensive coverage that you need. So many weather claims this summer, some companies are increasing deductibles, so don't be caught surprised when you have a claim. Call Chip in Callaway or Tina in Broken Bow for your home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. And when it comes to things like health and Medicare insurance, Liana will help you through all of that. So give them a call today. 836-2201 is their number in Callaway. They have offices locally in Broken Bow and Callaway. That's Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
All right, I believe we have a caller on the line. Let's find out. I hope that's what this is, because it was a little delay there before the call. It could be anything, but let's find out. Are you calling for the contest this morning?
Yep.
Oh, good. And your first name?
Kim.
Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, how are you guys?
Oh, we're good. We're good. Did you want me to read any poetry to you? Did you want Brent to sing? Did you want yours truly to sing, or did you want to sing alone, or did you want to sing along?
Oh, I don't want to sing alone.
But you would sing with us?
Yeah, I'll sing with you guys.
Oh, that's
great.
Cool. That's cool.
What song you want to sing?
Country Boy.
Country Boy.
Oh, we haven't did that one today. Do you want to hear it first?
Sure.
Okay, here we go, Kim.
So when I die, I want to come back as a country boy. No, there ain't no better life if you ask me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just can't help yourself.
I was just
can
warming
ya?
up, Kim. I apologize. How are you? What are you up to?
Oh, not a whole lot.
Good.
Running some errands.
Good. Well, hopefully we'll be able to get you involved, and you can have breakfast with us on February 1st at the Tumbleweed, and at 8 o'clock or so we'll have breakfast, and then we'll have the drawing afterwards. Might be some poetry ahead of that. Hard to say.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready to go?
Yep.
Okay. I got my sheet out here. I want to come back. So there ain't no back. Okay. Here we go, Kim, in 3, 2, 1.
So when I
die, I'm back as a country boy.
There ain't no better life.
Ain't no better life if you ask me.
Oh, we were good.
You're a good sport, Kim.
Very good, Kim. Very good. So nice to have you along. We're going to take a quick time out and hear from our sponsor. And if you can give me your phone number real quick, we'll write it down so we can get a hold of you if something comes up. If you can't make it on the first, you can send someone in your place if you let us know ahead of time, okay?
Okay.
All right. Here's a word from Power Solutions while we get Kim's number.
Diesel engines have to be tough because they're expected to be reliable. Whether for service calls or work in their shop, call Power Solutions for help with your diesel application. They have parts and know-how that will bring the reliability you need from your diesel engine. Call Power Solutions at 872-5522 or swing by and say hi 1 mile outside of Broken Bow on East Highway 2. Power Solutions, your diesel engine connection and local Vermeer dealer.
That was a dramatic pause.
Yeah, nice. Good job.
It's called getting off the phone and having a dramatic pause. Let's see here. I think that does it. You got one more?
I got one more. This is a job opportunity. Nebraska Department of Transportation looking for a highway maintenance worker in Ansley and Broken Bow. $2,500 hiring bonus currently available. Seeking dedicated and hardworking team players that are willing and able to operate a snowplow. Training and career development provided, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a really good comprehensive benefits package. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. So to apply, you need to go to their website, which is statejobs.nebraska.gov. You must complete an online state application. So go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
All right, one more thing I wanted to mention today before we close the show. I want to thank, and I mean this, I'm serious now. We've been fooling around, so this is serious time. I want to thank S&L Sanitation.
Oh, absolutely.
The folks who are out picking up the trash And yesterday I went home for lunch, and they were stuck in our alley because of the snow. And I thought, I wonder how many times that they've had to dig themselves out or have somebody pull them out since the storm. And they were out like really quickly after the storm was over, a lot faster than anybody thought. And their dedication to make sure our neighborhoods are clean and the trash is picked up is second to none. I think Sherman, his family, everybody involved should be thanked. My goodness. And those guys were there with a shovel trying to dig that big old truck out, and they had to bring a maintainer in and push it down the alley. And I'm sure there's other alleys like that haven't been totally cleaned yet. And there is a snow emergency that has been extended here in Broken Bow for several days. And so I don't know that the alleys are all in that great a shape. And there's Sherman, the guys out there in the cold, picking up our trash, working their tails off. So thank you, guys. We appreciate that very, very much. That's something else, man. That's hard-working folks there.
Yep, very well said. Glad you brought that up, too. Yep.
Yeah, I just got home and I thought, man, that's got to suck. Working in these kind of conditions and being stuck, and you don't just push a big truck around to get it out of snow like that. So yeah, that's beyond the call right there. Anything else on your mind, my friend?
I don't think so. We quickly went through the basketball coverage we've got for you tonight, so hope you join us for that later on this evening. All right.
Appreciate your listenership so much. And thank you again, Sherry, for those wonderful treats. Brent and I are going to go discover whether there are any of those treats left. We'll let you know.
All right.